Hey guys, it's Taylor with 2 Buttons Deep, and today we're going 10 questions deep with Kristi Gustafson Barlette, blogger with the Albany Times Union, and my 2 Buttons Deep moral compass. Most people probably don't know. They've seen Kristi and I go back and forth on social media, but this is almost getting to be a 10-year relationship of knowing each other.
Yes, I've known you since you came to me as a high school intern. You were this is a total stereotype, but she was the blonde cheerleader from Shenandoah, and I said, this is never going to work out. And fast forward 10 years, I still call you my favorite intern. You were the most hardworking intern.
And I had a bad thought too when we first started. I was so intimidated, and everybody knew Kristi's reputation and said you were just like, not big and bad, but you were like, I don't know, just a force. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm so young and I know what I want to do with my life, but I better nail it because who knows where I'm going to end up. And it's weird that now I'm interviewing you and we're sitting here together after all that time.
I know, it's very cool too. It's the way things come full circle.
And when Jack and I started 2 Buttons Deep, you kind of became my moral compass for how far I could take things online. And there were 2 situations over the last couple of years that I was going back and forth with Jack saying, we need to take this down. I'm so nervous. I can't believe we did this. And in my head, I'm like, Kristi, she's done with me. She's not my biggest fan anymore. She's not going to support me. And what did you do in those situations?
I was going to say, I texted you. I reached out and I knew that things weren't going well just based on some of the comments and stuff. And what did I say to you? I said, don't take it down. Understand that the detractors are louder than the fans, even if there are way more fans, which there are. And you just have to kind of own your opinion, celebrate it, and then know by tomorrow somebody is going to be outraged about something else, and they'll move on from it.
But how do you deal and how do you actively kind of always respond to comments, whether they're good or bad?
So I don't respond to everybody, but I do believe everybody deserves one response. So if you've been hammering me on something for 6 months about something that I've said or you disagree with, you're not going to keep getting a response 6 months later because I've already told you my position. So everyone deserves to be heard, but everybody also deserves to feel as if they matter, what their position is matters, even if it's ludicrous and out there. And even if I'm sitting at my computer thinking, oh my gosh, what are they doing? And rolling my eyes, I will try to respond to them in a thoughtful way just because they took the time to respond, they took the time to care, so they deserve to know that I'm listening to them and hear what they're saying.
What is something that you won't post about on social media?
So I don't really talk a lot about my kids. I make casual mentions about my kids. I don't refer to them by name. I don't talk about where they go to school, what they like to do. I don't post pictures of my kids. There's a lot of good people out there, but there's also there's some not so good people out there, and you just never know what somebody's intention is or their motive.
I also don't want to see a picture of you hanging up your Christmas ornaments with your laundry in the background, you know?
I hate on social media when someone has a picture and it's a junk storm in the background.
I don't know how people don't realize what they're posting, you know? I mean, my mom and I joke around because when she was newly divorced, would go on social media or go on the apps or whatever and do the online dating thing. Didn't work out. But we would be swiping. We'll just lay on the couch and we're swiping and we're like, all right, there, the toilet seat's up. You know, the mirror is filthy.
Toothpaste stains, the shower curtain's open and the tub looks disgusting. The bottles are tipped all over.
Why is the bathroom a place for a picture that you want to share? But so many people do this on social media. It's crazy.
First of all, I don't believe that the only mirror in your house is in your bathroom. Because if it is, you need to invest in another mirror because mirrors are an awesome design element. And
True.
You should be able to look at yourself somewhere other than in the bathroom. And secondly, especially if you're online dating, you want to present the fact that you have friends and people in your life, so don't take a selfie.
No, the selfies
There's numerous studies that say that selfies don't do as well on online dating because
Really?
Don't you have somebody in your life, a friend, a colleague,
Right.
your mother, to take your picture?
What is the weirdest response you've gotten on a story you've written?
So a couple months ago, Grandma's Pies in Albany was closing, and I wrote basically saying good riddance. I said I never really cared for it. I thought the food was kind of bland. I thought the service was really slow. I thought that it was not a very interesting place, and I didn't care about it. And people went nuts. I mean, nuts. They wrote letters to my boss. Some people sent me emails. People unfriended me and unfollowed me on social media. I got taken to task on the radio because I do a weekly radio segment.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad it closed. And then it opened again. So
I know. I wonder how those people feel now. Mark would say that's a you problem.
They're probably in your face, Kristi, we're back.
Okay, so you're pretty into rollerblading and golfing. But if you have to give one up, which one would it be?
I'd give up golfing and keep rollerblading.
Really?
I absolutely love rollerblading. It's it's probably came into vogue before you were even born.
I know.
And everyone makes fun of it. Brian
100%.
Cody makes fun of me all the time, makes fun of the fact I wear my fanny pack.
Yep.
I sport my fleece. Nothing about it is fashionable. And I will rollerblade 10 miles a day as long as the weather permits.
What is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Check social media immediately.
How long could you go without your phone?
Well, right now I have to go about 45 minutes, although I can feel my Apple Watch shaking. So that'll probably be my maximum. I'm not counting when I'm sleeping, but even if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll sometimes look at it.
Yeah.
So I would say comfortably an hour.
Maybe I should blame you for my social media addiction, you know? My sister's the total opposite. She doesn't even know where her phone is for days at a time. But for what we do, it's so ingrained. People don't get it. We can't just give it up for a month or a day or,
Oh my gosh,
you know.
no. I will never check it at a restaurant. You know, I won't check it at a meal or something like that. I don't check it at what I would call inappropriate times. I'm not checking my phone in church or at a funeral or something like that. But other times, oh yeah, if I could check it at a traffic light, I'll glance down and check it
Same.
at a traffic light.